Stone Go, OCO, Yatahe, and all of the above. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on the Native News Today. We're recording another program in our fabulous studios here. Jason Salzman with Gerald Wofford. As always, we thank you for joining us this afternoon.
All right, man, we are ready to go. Got a lot of stuff going on this week. A lot of stuff going on this week.
That's right,
sometimes, I always say that and everything, but really, we've been busy this week.
That's right.
And last week.
A conglomerate of a news show today.
It's been crazy. That's how a conglomerate reminds me. Remember our emerging maple syrup conglomerate? Mm-hmm. That's what me and you use when we go to all these weddings around here.
The variety cereal box of Native News Today. We got everything in there, little Captain Crunch, little Cheerios.
We got our own stories for every situation we're at. This one day this might be John and I'm Mike, or this is Steve and I'm Ted.
And this is a mic that's attached to us.
That's right. That's the reason you hear us.
Yeah, that's right. And always we got a very, going to pull one out of the archive here, entertaining, enlightening, and educational show
that's
for you.
That's a throwback right there, man. That's way back in the day.
Right. You know what? So many events going on today. It's nice to have a ride wherever you're going, you know what? And Muskogee Creek Nation recently invested into a new transit bus.
I know the charter is just like huge. It's going on, and you've seen the Cherokee bus out there and everything like that. Now there's going to be a Creek bus. So there's charter buses all over, and some of them might say Cherokee Nation, some of them might be Creek Nation, some of them might say Timelines or whatever these companies are that have one too. But now the tribes are starting to get them because they're becoming more, a little bit more appearance-wise out
like
there.
a profile of an Indian with his lips out.
You never know.
Forward.
Yeah, something like that, or a painting or something really cool that I don't even know about yet.
That's right. And you know what, speaking of not knowing about, but the two gentlemen here, Jason Salzman and our other producer, Jared Moore, gave a gamely effort to the art of cornstalk shooting.
Yeah, we didn't show any of that on camera, but we did show some of me being a moron and trying to throw a hatchet into a piece of wood. And what's really sad, it was like 10 feet away, and I couldn't hit it. I hit it a couple times, but I couldn't get it to stick.
It wasn't the broadside of a barn.
I know, man. I couldn't hit water if I fell out of a boat on that.
This man, though, gave us a gamely effort, man, and you'll appreciate his efforts. Maybe we'll sneak that in from sometime here.
I gave it my all. The good thing is that we showcased the cornstalk shooters, and we went down there and had a good time with them, and are able to kind of show some of their qualities and what they have going on down there in Tahlequah. It's really neat.
And we also want to spotlight two Native American teams who recently returned from Denver, a prestigious Native American national basketball tournament that went on. Local teams from Oklahoma doing good. Yeah,
they did great out there, and we actually caught them last week right before they left. We were getting on the bus, and we caught them and got a few words with some of the players and some of the For Love of the Game organization members that are taking them out there, and we were able to snag them before they got out there, but they're back now, and a little bit later on in the program, we'll tell you about some of the things they did out there in Denver and let you know just how good they did, and I got good news. It wasn't bad. They did very good.
Very good. Plus, we got some archive footage we'd like to share with you from our Muskogee Creek video vault back from the 70s. Think you'll love this, a little history of the Native American tribe. All this today.
Everything and more right here on Native News Today. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
From Moreau Indian Children's Home. I'm happy to be here today to say thank you to the Creek Nation.
Smali, tasaako tsusinili yangi naistun sanga?
Pangana riibe hayat kaus.
Kada magas.
Pangana hayat kidoang noge.
Fanny molo jo subananga.
Tu morsati.
Isla hani subani doang.
What? Hiji mokhetsari chin hisakta rastung midanga.
Hiji mokka di wekki diga hisagira da hiliga ampane hayat kidoang.
Hilimani matse.
The Muskogee Creek Nation Tobacco Prevention Program offers all cessation classes to young and old. For more information about a healthier life and a second wind, contact one of these centers nearest you.
Hijida. Hilishwo fatsa. CNA de dos. Moes.
Well, hiji mokkeskara mokkes aknoar stinokkesis stiliji duis.
In the words of Dick Vitale, Jason, warm up the bus, baby.
Get the keys out.
That's right. Creek Nation has a new transit bus, right?
Yeah, it's something to be proud of for the tribe, because when somebody's going on a trip, or there's some seniors out there going crisscrossing the country like they so often do, they're going to be rolling on the wheels of the Creek Nation Express now, and it's a pretty neat thing.
Okay, we are in front of the new 58-seat charter bus that the Muskogee Creek Nation has just acquired here, and talking with Principal Chief A.D. Ellis and Transit Manager Ben Cheney here. Chief, what does this mean for the tribe here? Got a new charter bus and everything.
Oh, it's a big step in the future. I remember last week I watched 3 van loads of veterans going to Arizona in those little tight vans, and they was all elders, so they need a better way to ride.
All right, Mr. Cheney, how long has this plan been in the works to acquire this bus?
Well, actually, from beginning till now, it's been about 3 years. But as far as this bus is concerned, or this coach, Chief and I have talked about it probably for a year now. And just in the last year, we worked our budget to where we could buy this. So we just purchased it, and this is the maiden voyage.
Chief, you had mentioned watching some of the veterans go in the smaller vans to locations and everything. You mentioned the veterans, so I take it that's going to be one group that'll be using this bus. What other groups do you see using the services of this bus?
Well, I'll see about all groups using it. Ben's going to have to draw up some rules and procedures for it, I know, and we'll have to follow them, but it's for the whole Creek Nation, and Ben will let us know what the rules are.
Well, I know this has been a long time coming, and this got to be in a way a feather in your cap for your department to have something like this now.
Was that a pun? Feather? Well, it is. You know, it's a big step for the transit department. We're trying to create a transit authority that's going to be able to serve everybody. So this really is a giant step for us.
Gentlemen, congratulations. This is a really good service.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
With me, that's Mr. Helmut Fisher with the transit services here. And Mr. Fisher, could you just tell us a little bit about your services and what you do with this bus here, please?
Okay, actually all my life I've been dealing with buses. Served the military, and once I got out of the military, I joined with Greyhound. I drove Greyhound for almost 34 years. Retired from Greyhound, and the rest of it is history, really, except now I'll do a little one more time for old time's sake, so to speak.
Now, this particular model here, for a novice like me, I'm saying it's a bus, but I'm sure it's got a specific title and everything. Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Okay, it's a J4500 MCI, Motor Coach Industries. It's American made. It's one of the top line buses. Succeeds any bus on the road. High expensive too.
Where does it come from?
I'm not sure. There's 2 factories, or it used to be. I'm not even sure on that. I retired about 5 years ago, so I'm a little bit losing touch as far as where the buses are coming now, or who's involved, or etc.
Now, will you be the licensed driver for this bus?
I'm supposed to be, yes, sir.
All right, Creek Bus traveling the highways and byways there. Speaking of doing some traveling here, Jared and Jason went over to Tahlequah and got some lessons in cornstalk shooting.
Absolutely. They have a great organization there, the Cornstalk Shooters, that they've been getting together for a while now, and they have these shoots, and a lot of fun for people to come out and get a bow and learn the ancient art of, shooting these arrows. And what they do is they shoot at the target, and there's a little bit of a complex scoring system going on. They explained to me and Jared a little bit, but they also had a guy out there throwing a hatchet, and we gave a little feeble attempt at that and everything. So, but it was really neat being there. We were on the grounds of the NSU soccer field for the cornstalk shoot.
We are at the NSU Native American Indian Symposium, and we are with the Cherokee Cornstalk Shooters Society, and this is an event that we have the symposium every year, but as the Cornstalk Shooters, we usually meet every 3rd Saturday here in Tahlequah, and then during the summer we have a lot of community shoots throughout the different communities.
Been all, it's my heritage. I shot all my life. My father shot when I was a kid, and the equipment's changed, The old style, everything was handmade. Strings were made out of gut, sinew, rawhide, Arrows were all hand cut, from trees, limbs, and it's evolved a little better, but we get more people shooting now. The equipment's a little easier to make. We don't have the restrictions we do at times on certain shoots, but it's a good activity. It's a lot of fun. We're just trying to keep it alive, and we're trying to get other people to learn how to make their own bows. We'll loan them a bow, and they'll buy one, but we try to push them into making them bow. They see how we shoot, and after make 4 or 5 of our shoots, they learn more about it. Each time it's a learning experience. Kate and Greg were the same way, her and her husband. Her husband didn't know nothing about it. Now he's making his own bows. He knows arrows. So it's a good thing for everybody. It's good exercise too.
I learned traditionally. I was 15. I learned from an 80-year-old Cherokee man in Marble City. And basically I've been making and shooting bows all my life. I was one of the original members when we started the society. Really, I think there was about 12 of us, and we really just wanted to shoot our bows. And we just decided to start meeting and shooting, and it's kind of grown from there. We're really surprised. We shoot almost every weekend during the summer. Pete and I go to Fort Dodge, Iowa for the International Horse Archery Festival, and I go to Mojam, which is in Missouri. And we go all over, and I go to some schools and put on demonstrations and stuff. But it's really gratifying to see how much interest and how many people are really taking an interest in it. And we just enjoy teaching people and showing them.
All right, a lot of hoop-de-doing going on up in Rocky Mountain Country this past week for Love the Game organization. Took 2 teams up there, and I think they had a little bit of success.
They did a very good job, and we're going to keep the suspense a little bit longer. We're not going to tell you until after this story rolls because we caught them on the way out. We got on the bus before they left Alt-Malgi, grabbed a couple of the players, some of the board members, and were able to get an interview with them, and here's how it went. They were real excited to go. Okay, we are on the tour bus right now, Timelines charter bus, getting ready to go to Denver, Colorado, and I have cornered For Love of the Game board member BJ Wagner right here and talking about one of the most unique things, that I've ever seen is you guys, the organization, taking all these kids out to Denver for a great tournament. I know you guys are excited this morning.
Oh, yeah, we're very excited. So we give things like this to these kids, taking them on this big bus, things that they may never do. And they may go on a plane on the next level. That's our goal. But right now, our goal is to let these kids experience something they may never experience again.
So starting right now, this is like just a really awesome weekend and really a week because you're leaving on Wednesday, coming back on Sunday. But you got all kinds of things going on. Tomorrow you'll be going to a Colorado Rockies game, arena football game. These guys not only get to go down there and play basketball, but get to have a good time with one another and go to a lot of great things too. So I know you as a board member, you look at this whole weekend and it's really, got a bunch of stuff other than basketball, but the competition's really great too.
Oh, the competition's unbelievable. We take a great team every year and never came out on top, and we plan on this year. We're taking a really great team on both sides. I'd be disappointed not to come back with 2 number 1s.
Absolutely. You look at the people that you got on this bus, and there ain't no reason that you guys can't go out there and compete. I know last year I was with you, and we went out and got 3rd place with the girls, but this year it's looking really good. A lot of talent on both sides. Is there, how much do you expect to see out there competition-wise? I know that the teams from up north are good and out west are good, and it's just a lot of Indian teams pulled together. You really don't know what you're going to get till you get there.
Yeah, it's unpredictable. You get out there, you may get blown out with a great team, and it's all how we gel together. You can take a bunch of great players and play bad, or you can take a bunch of average players and play good. So it just depends how we play down there and how the kids react.
This is no ordinary guest right here. I got the For Love of the Game All India March Madness Tournament Slam Dunk Contest champion right here in front of me, Randy July from Tahlequah Sequoia High School. Randy, this is a very exciting thing. I know you're ready to go to Denver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm ready.
This is a tournament that you play against all kinds of competition out there. Some probably that you'll never see again and never have seen before. So I know you got to be excited about the competition, but not only that, but all the things going on this weekend as well.
I'm ready for that baseball game and arena football.
So what is it about this team that you guys are taking out there you think that it's going to give you all a great shot?
I think we just got team ball. We pass, shoot. We can do all things.
Right. MVP of the March Madness tournament right here, Trevin Jimboy, getting ready to go out to Denver. And I know you're excited this morning about this trip.
Yeah. I mean, it was real fun last year. I had a blast, and I'm looking forward to it this year.
So this is, like I've been talking to the other guys, this tournament, it's not just about the competition and everything. It's a whole like week and weekend of fun and fellowship for all you guys. I mean, I know it's good to be around not only the Indian kids that you're traveling with, but all those out there that you may not know that you might meet this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like about friendship, you know, kind of growing with people you never meet, and it's just a fun opportunity and good experience.
Okay, last year I was out there. I just got to tell you guys out there, I was with this team and Trevin here, waning seconds of the game. We wasn't looking too good. We had missed some free throws. They made their free throws. We're down by 3 points. And this guy right here weaves through the defense and hops off one from about the timeline. Bam, send it into overtime. We win the game. So, I mean, is Lightning going to strike twice this year or what?
Well, hopefully we won't have to get back in that situation, but I guess if it comes down to it, I hope so.
That's right. Hey, man, it's the man of the hour, Mr. Clutch right here, Trevin Jimboy. And with him on the squad, I think things are going to be okay. So, Trevin, thanks for talking with us today, and you guys have a good time.
All right, thank you.
You know, Jason, we were able to send off the bus in a way by doing this news story here, and I guess in a way we could say Native News Today might be a good luck charm for teams, right?
Absolutely right, because the boys team were hard luck finishers. They finished runner-up, second place in an OT game that went right down to the wire. Could have went either way. And the girls, congratulations, the Amarin 22nd Annual All-West Classic champions. So if that next year when they go to Colorado and For Love of the Game rolls into town, they're going to know who's coming because they're the champs and the runner-ups, and they really state their claim there at that tournament. Wonderful job by those young kids, and we're very, very proud of them.
Congratulations, that's right. Well, kind of shifting gears,
Okay,
as we
let's
like to
shift it.
say here,
Yeah.
we pulled out some archive footage from our vault, our Creek Nation vault, a documentary that was produced in the 1970s entitled Este Muskogee.
It's the Muskogee, and actually we have a little bit of narration on there, and there's some strong resemblance. Gerald, did you do any work back then, or?
The 70s were good, but they weren't that good.
Oh man, this is good stuff. You know, I wish the vault had a little bit of Talknawa in it. We could have spent it. Maybe went out to.
Hey, it accumulated interest.
Yes, that's right. Visit your local casinos, wherever they may be, whatever tribe from. Support Indian business. I'll just put that little plug in there. But no, this is a great little way to look back and see then and now where Native American television was then and where it is now and the state of it now. So it's very good to look back and look forward.
Like other Indian nations, the Muskogee or Creek Nation traces its roots far back into the mist of prehistoric times. Our legends say that in the beginning, the Muskogee people were born out of the earth itself. They crawled up out of the ground, through a hole, like ants. In those days, they lived in a far western land, beside tall mountains that reached the sky. They called the mountains the backbone of the earth. Then a strange fog descended upon the earth, sent by the Master of Breath, Hisagadamasee. The Muskogee people could not see. They wandered around blindly, calling out to one another in fear. They drifted apart and became lost. The whole people were separated into small groups, and the people in these groups stayed close to one another in fear of being entirely alone. Finally, the Master had mercy on them. From the eastern edge of the world where the sun rises, he began to blow away the fog. He blew and blew until the fog was completely gone. The people were joyful and sang a hymn of thanksgiving to the Master of Breath. And in each group the people turned to one another and swore eternal brotherhood. They said that from then on these groups would be like large families. The members of each group would be as close to each other as brother and sister, father and son. The group that was farthest east and first to see the sun praised the wind that had blown the fog away. They called themselves the Wind Family, or Wind Clan. As the fog moved away from the other groups, they too gave themselves names. Each group chose the name of the first animal it saw. So they became the bear, the deer, the alligator, the raccoon, and the bird clans. But some say the Wind Clan is the most important of all. Our legends also tell us that in ancient times the Muskogee migrated eastward toward the rising sun. They settled in the southeastern region of North America in what is now Alabama and Georgia. There they established tribal towns along the rivers and streams that snake through the land. My people became successful farmers and hunters in those days. They built large ceremonial mound complexes at the center of the towns for religious ceremonies and council meetings. Modern archaeologists have uncovered vast quantities of ornately designed artifacts from these locations: engraved shells, copper plates, stone pipes, and other manufactured goods reveal a highly organized order of civilization. Long before the white man came, the Muskogee people had formed a powerful union of tribes, or bands, called the Muskogee Confederacy. At one time, their capital was located on the Ocmulgee River in what is now Georgia, and representatives from each tribal town met in council there. Agriculture, art, trade, and other activities of the civilization flourished. The annual green corn ceremony was held each summer in the town squares, and regular stickball games were played on the town ball fields. Then, in 1540, Hernando de Soto, a Spanish explorer, and his army swept across the Muskogee lands. It was the first time the Muskogee had encountered Stahetki, the white man, and things haven't been the same since. In the centuries that followed, immigrants from Spain, France, and England came to settle the lands of the New World. Because my people built their towns near waterways, the British called us Creek Indians, a name that has remained with us to this day. In the 17 and 1800s, first the Europeans and then the Americans greedily cast their eyes on the lands of the Creek people. Untold numbers of settlers flooded our lands, and citizens of the new state of Georgia began calling for the removal of all Indians from their midst.
All right, we're going to take a break now, but before we do, we got to let you know what's going on in Indian country always with our community calendar here on Native News Today. We'll be right back.
Take special note of the Hackett axe throw there, all right?
Oh, man, do we have to put that on there?
Okay, go.
It only wants to turn over 3/4 of a time.
All right, again, we want to say congratulations to those basketball teams that really made their mark in that Denver tournament. So many good things happening up there.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a wonderful job. And you think about all the teams involved, there's 46 teams out there, and a lot of competition, a lot of great competition. And you think about Indian basketball, you know that there's some kids out there that can really get after it and can really play. And for Oklahoma, little old tiny Henrietta, to take a team out there that's consisted of a lot of great players here that Oklahoma have to offer, and go out to Denver and finish first in the girls and second in the boys. That really says a lot. And I was talking to Lucas early on. Lucas is the founder of For Love of the Game, took the teams out there. And we were just talking early on, and he said, you know, if they don't know us, if they didn't know us this year or last year, they're going to know us next year, because we really went out there and really showed out and did a wonderful job, and just so proud of those kids. And another thing Lucas was telling me, he's like, you know, Jason, I'm proud of the fact that the team played well and did good on the court, but I'm more proud of the character they showed and how well they were behaved off the court. So not only did these kids from For Love of the Game go out there and really show out on the basketball court, they also showed that Native American youth and Native American kids can be responsible, can act right, and be the right way when they're out there. So all around, it was a great trip for the Fort Leavenworth game kids.
That's right. They applied the Bum Phillips philosophy. The first year they rang the doorbell. Second year they banged on the door. Third year they just kicked the door
Kicked
in.
it in,
and,
man.
And won it.
That's right.
Bum Phillips, Houston Oilers coach back in the 70s. Great coach there.
Little Trivial Pursuit today.
Speaking of
Trivial
football,
Pursuit.
Jason.
Bring it on in. Bring it on in. Oh, you got to get the
Yeah.
insignia in there. Look at that. Make sure you get that.
Boomer Sooner there.
Champs, national champions, seven-time national champions. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you?
The OU connection, there's a good football camp going to be happening, right?
Absolutely. Day of Champions Camp. For Love of the Game organization is bringing it to right here to our backyard. It'll be in Dewar, Oklahoma. That's kind of a tentative site, but right now that's where we're going with the Day of Champions Camp. And if you're out there and you know about the 14 Foundation, Mr. Josh Heupel, All-American Heisman Trophy runner-up, quarterback at Oklahoma, led them to national championship number 7 in 2000. This is his football camp. And For Love of the Game has gotten a hold of him and his father, Ken Heupel, who himself was the head coach at South Dakota State University. And they are so proud to bring this Day of Champions football camp to the Native American youth. They are just so jazzed up. We've been talking to Ken and Josh about this, and everybody is excited and on board. This is going on July the 2nd through the 4th, and it's going on, and we're giving you all kinds of time to get a hold of Lucas and the guys at For Love of the Game, forloveofthegame.org. If you need more information on this, you can get everything you need to know about this wonderful camp. And gosh, I hope the building doesn't crash in on us here, Joe. We got some storms going on.
Yeah, that's right. But hey, we're going to keep bringing the Native news today to you here.
Absolutely, man. Not little thunder and lightning won't hurt us.
Get in touch with that camp. Great organization. You got a budding football talent at home there. They would only benefit by attending this camp. So we'll give you more information as the weeks go by and everything. But this is going to wrap up our program here. And as always, we love bringing you those good stories. And you can get a hold of us and let us know.
Several ways to get a hold of us. You can reach us by our telephone at 918-732-7638, or you can reach us by fax at 918-758-0824, or of course you can reach us by our email address. Mine is jsalzman@muskogeynation-nsn.gov or gwofford@muskogeynation-nsn.gov. T's are crossed, I's are dotted. Let's take it to the house.
For our national producer, Josh Lane here, and Jared Moore, Jason Salzman, I'm Gerald Wofford. In the meantime, take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.